Welcome to northwestern Sicily. We're here with the Rangers and I believe the 8th Armored Battalion, guys. We're going to be attacking the village of Vuka in northwestern Sicily and hopefully trying to liberate it from a group of Panzer Grenadiers. That's right, it's not simply Italians that are here waiting for us, but actually some Panzer Grenadier troops. And I think the fighting is going to be pretty rough. Now, we do have this armored division assisting our Rangers, so I'm going to be advancing just outside of the town with that tank. I don't want to get too close, obviously. You know what happens when you get a tank right up into town. And I'm going to start moving the men over here, trying to sort of get like an uphill position overlooking the town. So let's just grab these guys. We'll kind of do one of these. I want to thank everybody for stopping by this video, and if you enjoy combat mission in general and you want to see more of this on the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I've been pretty busy these last few days, weeks, months, whatever you want to call it. But guys, I really want to try to bring you guys the stuff you want to see. So if you've got anything in mind, just let me know and we'll make it happen. It looks like we've got some wonderful MGs here too. And I really want those MGs to speak, if you know what I mean. So we're going to, of course, do the hunt maneuver. And I'm only doing this to be extra safe as we approach. Do this one over here, and I'm basically sending, like, some guys on this side of the tree, some guys on the other. That even might be a mistake. I'm thinking that only this side of the trees is going to be safe, but we're about to find out in any case. So, let's grab the mortar. Mortar we could probably just keep here. No? Oh. Yeah, that works. Let's move the mortar in just a bit. I don't really know, like, I kind of guess we would send him here, but we don't know if the enemy has an MG waiting for us. So, we'll just do this and do a hunt maneuver with the mortar, and once we know the area is clear, we can be a little bit less cautious, let's say, you know. So there we go, we'll do that. I'm just moving the 2nd platoon into the woods, and let's get started. First minute of the fight. Let's see if we have any contacts, my friends. So far, no contacts. Should have opened up the tank, by the way. We don't have a guy outside taking a look, and we definitely should have the driver out, or the commander out, having a look around. But so far, you know, we don't have any gunshots ringing out, nothing like that. I am leaving that tank there. Now, if they've got an AT gun, it makes them an easy target, and yep, that's what was going to happen. That tank is toast. We're going to have to push through the trees, guys. I'm not concerned, though. The mission shall go on. We shall avenge our fallen friend. And again, moving over here, I knew there was a possibility we'd receive some incoming fire. I'm going to set that MG up, and hopefully they'll be focused over here while we move with the rest of our men. So let's do that. We're going to set that MG up immediately. Let's go ahead and deploy the weapon. And with this infantry, we are going to pop smoke. Should be able to cover us pretty well. And of course, we're going to hunt to the edge of the tree line. So we will return fire to anybody over there. This is another reason why I didn't necessarily want to move the mortar through the woods, because this thing could actually start firing now. So let's stop that. Just start deploying this mortar. I'm hoping that the trees are not going to stop the shot, but I'm thinking we're in a bit of a clearing as long as we're just in that area there. And we're going to keep the movement of the rest of our guys. We're going to keep that pretty standard and just see how things go. Set that MG up, boys. Set it up. Oh, jeez. I don't know why my mouse just went nuts. All right. They're at least taking cover. I like that. How's that machine gun team doing? They are definitely terrified. We need them to set it up so that we can get a nice steady stream of return fire. Now, thankfully, the crew of the tank seems to have gotten away okay. Not much of a consolation, but at least, you know, the tank's completely destroyed. That's terrible, but the crew seems to be fine. So we're going to keep them there. And actually not much in the way of fire over here. It could be the smoke that's kind of protecting the men. Oh, they got it set up. Beautiful. All right, might be able to get some return fire here. Not bad, guys. There's that 50 cal. So yeah, it's a line of sight issue. I knew that was going to kind of happen. We need to have this thing out in the open, although away from enemy fire, essentially, because he needs to be able to spot the enemy. So we're going to bring Section 1 there. That's the mortar team. We're going to keep pushing the guys up the same way I had them before. Same with the MG. We're just moving through that tree line slowly, not really trying to rush anything. However, I believe we can actually call in some 81mm mortar fire with the commander. Again, we need that line of sight, man. It's one of the most frustrating things about, you know, combat World War II and pre-World War II is, like, you need that line of sight. You don't have any other way. I mean, I guess you could get, you know, a spotter in the air to give you a line of sight, but it's just not the same. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to move up. I like how that MG is rattling off. I'm going to just quick move these guys up a bit and then hunt the rest of the way so they're a bit closer to the edge of the tree line when they're firing. And I think that'll give them some more hits on target. Let's see how we're doing. We're already getting shots over there. And specifically at the Panzer Grenadiers here at this tiny little church. Beautiful. I think we must have hit one of them. At least we've got them sort of under consistent fire. And there we go. So far, no contacts there, although they do seem to have spotted the mortar team. Big surprise. Some of that smoke is still hanging around, and that's definitely helping. They actually tagged one of our machine gunners, so that is a shame. The actual commander there got wounded. I guess just firing that MG certainly brought attention to him. But I want to get that mortar set up. I want to start firing. I want to get some mortar, some artillery rounds on target as well. So let's do that. We are going to set her up, deploy the weapon, and with our commander, we can hopefully start calling in artillery already. Ooh, still no visual. And I wonder if that's because of the smoke. But, you know, that kind of gives me another idea, which is we should be popping smoke with that commander unit, if we're able to. Yep. At this point, with the infantry, we haven't really taken any fire whatsoever. I am just going to rush up there. No, not like that. Hold on. Like, kind of on this edge of the tree line. There we go. Same with the MG. I'm going to rush up there. Actually, we'll keep the MG in his hunt maneuver. Let's let him be extra cautious. I'm fine with that. I'm going to take a look at this MG. He's definitely rattled after that. But hopefully not too affected. All right, we're actually having some gunfire being exchanged there. So the guys in the tree line are returning fire. MG, come on, boys, come on. And there we go, guys. Our mortar is firing. He is firing. Seems to be taking targets of opportunity, which is fine. Also, enemy mortar. Hell of a time to start getting mortar shots, and our mortar guy just got hit. Jeez. Heard that tube a few times, and immediately we got targeted. Light them up, boys. So at this point, we definitely have spotted them with these men. And I think we're going to stop. We are going to hunt. That's simple. Edge of the tree line there. Getting closer and closer to the Vil. With this MG, he's not deployed. I want to quick move him to the edge here. See, the thing is, he's gonna have to be out in the open to deploy. That's the frustrating thing, honestly. And we can deploy the weapon there. Thing is set up, but unfortunately, obviously taking enemy fire, so I'm trying to find a target of opportunity. It could be these guys in the bunker, could be those guys in the building, even these guys behind the building. There seems to be maybe a gun or something, but I think the most obvious ones are going to be these over here. So we're going to pop target, we're going to pop shots right at them. And I'm actually going to start moving ahead with these men. If I have any more smoke, I'll use it. I don't think I do. But I'm going to grab these guys, and I'm going to fast move back into this tree line. So try and catch up with these boys. I am just evacing from this location. I am going to keep the 50 cal there, and I'd love to see if the officer can actually get a shot with that artillery. Point target. No, he's not seeing a damn thing. Area target, perhaps? Nothing. So we're going to have to get this officer a bit closer, maybe into the tree line. And I'm hoping the MG can keep him covered. Yeah, our mortar team is going to have to, regain their strength and composure. And after a nasty attack like that, it's going to be tough. But they're getting back on that mortar. I like those guys getting in the tree line very easily. Again, we're going to need them for the assault on the city center. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. Getting on that tree line is dangerous, but we have no choice. We need those mortars on target right there. That guy's kind of keeping our men from crossing the field. If we could just pop a few mortars on that target, I am certain he's going to feel that. It seems to have landed somewhere back there, actually. All right, we got some infantry reinforcements. That's what I'm talking about, Amici. We're going to keep pushing, get these guys up there with their friends. Let's see how our infantry is doing. They're doing fine. We're going to keep on going, just like we're doing before. Try and be a problem to the enemy. We'll hunt the rest of the way. I really wish we could set up that MG. They are going to try to deploy the weapon, but it is dangerous, guys. If I could pop smoke, I will. But again, I don't think... Yep, no. A machine gun team does not carry smoke like that. We do, however, have another mortar team. What I'd like to do is have them deploy their weapons as soon as possible. So we'll quick move here. How close can we get without getting shot? Right next to the other mortar team, perhaps. Even that's risky. And we'll deploy the weapon. The rest of our men, we are going right... Oh, sorry. We are going right into the tree line, guys. All the way to Villa Brucia with the first section. And I'm hoping we're going to give them a hell of a surprise. That's why I don't think we can send everybody into the tree line. We've got to send some guys into this area over here to make them think that we're going to try and launch an assault from this location. So I'm going to send one of the officers that way. This group of officers, we are going to continue through the woods. The guys do need that support from some higher COs. And we shall proceed. Let's go, boys. Sicily shall be ours. They're going to pause for 10 seconds before moving. We should do that more often, actually. I rarely use the pause feature for movement. I'm already starting to see the enemy AT gun. And look at that. We need those mortars on target because they are absolutely targeting us. Yep, that was my concern. If the other mortar team can't hit them, I don't know what chance we have. With that machine gun team, rather. And actually, they're targeting over here with their mortars. We're just now getting to the edge of the village, receiving some fire with this infantry team. But I'm hoping we can keep our focus on those guys, knock them out, and move on to the rest of the town center. Look at all the enemies we're facing. Looks like they might still try to set up the MG. That would be incredible. Just one guy on the MG, though. Okay. Things have gotten serious. We're going to stop. Hunt maneuver right there. That is going to be essentially our fighting position. Now that we know kind of where they are in proximity to the town, we're going to quick move with these guys. Oh, no, not that close. We're going to quick move with these guys, like, right there. And then we're going to hunt. So, again, we're trying to just engage all of the enemies we can with our existing infantry units. I think it's going to take quite a while for this guy to get up there anyway, so I'm fine with him running all the way. Not really an issue, but I would like this mortar to deploy. And they're already deploying that weapon, it looks like. Yeah, it's already depressed. I'd love to start firing already, but I'm not sure if this counts. Yep, area target. Let's see. Hopefully it does. How's the MG doing? I'd love even the MG to target this position. Like, just keep it under heavy fire. Let's do it. And as for our officer, he might be able to see a little better than the other ones. Let's do an 81mm mortar. Hey, look at that, guys. And I think I'm going to hit the Vuka center. I hate to hit town locations here, but this is going to be full of enemies. And let's do medium. And let's do 5 minutes. And the reason I'm doing 5 minutes is I want to give them time to confirm the target, to spot the target, etc., etc. We don't want them just going crazy and, you know, dropping the bombs on locations where they shouldn't. With this guy, we might be able to get an area target as well. Let's see. Oh, baby. So I'm going to get an area target over... I'm going to try to hit that anti-tank gun. Of course, we have no more tanks, but this thing can load anti-personnel rounds and still do a bit of damage. Thing is, his line of sight is very minimal. So we're going to do medium, sorry. Confirm.
Requesting fire mission. Over.
Right, here we go, guys. Let's see how it goes. Every single one of their guys is focusing on that group, I must say. That's definitely concerning. But yeah, that AT gun is firing away. Look at that. I told you, anti-personnel rounds are deadly. Man, directly into our officers as well. Holy hell. And they are, like, guarded by tree lines, but somehow that didn't make a difference. I think we just hit the location. We may have just hit that location. We're hitting this location with mortars now. There we go. Right in the middle of them. That has to be doing some damage there, folks. Rest of that infantry is moving up, and like I said, they're not going to get to that location just yet. So we can really allow them to rush. These guys are just now getting into that hunt maneuver. And, of course, they're going to be focusing on the enemy ahead of us here. The rest of them, we will stop that. What we will do is this. We're going to quick move right there. And, again, the rest of the way, we will hunt. Really trying to take the fight to the enemy at this point. This guy, I'm going to let him continue his rush. I think it's going to work out just fine. I just want the artillery to start striking right there. And, of course, the officers took a hell of a hit, but they still have their target coordinates. They're still going to be dropping that arty when the time comes. And I intend to see how that goes. Let's go, boys. That entire artillery team got blasted by the enemy. And actually, he is firing that 50 cal. I cannot believe it. But he's firing it at the WW2 church. We do have artillery rounds incoming as well. Unbelievable, man. This guy deserves absolutely a bronze star for the service he's doing here. Just keeping that MG firing. Despite, of course, being under heavy attack by the enemy. And I think we must have killed all the enemies here. At a minimum, they are completely taking cover as we move the rest of our infantry up. Pardon me. Fire mission is being requested. We're going to continue, man. I am not even stopping. The only thing, I would like to get that MG into a firing position, but let's let the guy relax. He's taken a lot of hits this entire battle. I almost feel like we could potentially change our fire trajectory here with our mortar and try to hit the guys in this building, because I know we're going to have a lot of resistance there. We can already see that there are men in there, so let's turn our focus there, and we are just going to try and smash them. It's the last mortar round over there. I really hope we hit something, because otherwise they're going to be getting up and firing in seconds. But the rest of our men are moving through the tree line there. That's what we like to see. Fuoco, abre fuoco. Lost 2 guys on the line. I sure hope we're causing the same kind of casualties to them. Of course, anytime you're assaulting a position, you're going to be taking more casualties than the enemy, more than likely, but we're losing a lot of men here. These guys are thankfully just laying down, but even one guy down there is no good. Light them up, boys. Light them up. That's why we need to keep that artillery incoming on that location. We can see plenty of Panzer Grenadiers there in the windows, returning fire at our men. What we're going to do is we're going to pop smoke, and we are going to do keep the hunt maneuver going. Do the same thing here. We're going to pop smoke, and then again, keep the hunt maneuver going. Just try and blanket this area, essentially, so that we can get a little bit closer and wait a little longer for our good old-fashioned artillery to show up. I'm also going to get that officer over here in the tree line, too. By the way, I just realized we still have that one of the MGs focused on that group anyway. So I think that's another reason they're not going to be too much of an issue. Look at that MG firing away, man. 50. Lots of gunfire from our boys in the tree line. This is what we're looking for. Some suppressive fire, finally. And if we could just get some suppressive artillery, I think we can knock those guys out pretty damn quickly. All right, look at that, guys. We already had a round strike the target, so doesn't necessarily mean that there are casualties, but we have rounds hitting that building. And there we go, guys. Reinforcements, sorry. I should have stopped there. I wanted to continue the combat, but we did just get some reinforcements. They're going to have a minute there to rest and relax as we continue to keep that building under fire at the WW2 Center. I love it. Look at that. Look at those rounds, man. Just fantastic. Unfortunately, 2 guys going down in quick succession. They're not so fantastic. But we are starting to really pulverize that building. I know we got one of the gunners there. Nope, he's just taking cover. I think every single one of the gunners is still up, but they are definitely under heavy fire. And now that the enemy doesn't have their AT gun, I'm pretty sure that thing is dead. We don't know for sure, do we? Man. I'd love to bring the tank in. Gotta say, those Panzer Grenadiers are putting up a fantastic fight. But I'm hoping it's not gonna make much of an issue. So we're gonna quick move. Same position. I think not. Maybe we go here and we hunt. Just hunt. And hope they don't have any more AT guns. Open up. That's right. We gotta make sure we open up. I'm gonna keep that mortar firing on position, on target. Don't really want to move him. And, okay, a truck. All right. I guess that works. Just quick move the truck, like, over here. I'm almost using him as bait for the enemy, so that we don't have to take any shots. But I'm going to keep this gunfire going, because I like that suppressive fire. I want to keep it going, and we're going to get some lucky shots eventually here. We might even want to turn that MG's focus over to that building, too. Keep firing, boys. Nice. Tank is arriving. He does have eyes on the infantry in that church. There we go, guys. That's what we like to see. Keep them under heavy fire, hopefully, as we push forward. I'd really prefer him to focus on the other building, but you know what? Getting rid of the enemies in the church is only going to help. They've got some sort of... Oh, there's our artillery, finally. They've got some sort of sniper there. So I think I'm going to allow that to continue. What I am going to try to do with this guy... And I'm not sure he can even spot that building. But if he can, I'd love to keep that building under fire. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. These guys are badly bloodied. The ones closest to the town. I'm going to try to get in behind. It's risky, but we've got to make some moves here. In fact, I think we have to push with the tank. I think we do. We got to push and then hunt towards that building's location. See, it's an uphill location, so the tank is not going to be able to spot it for a while. That's my only concern. There's the artillery, boys. The artillery is coming in on the WW2 center. Definitely hitting on target. Oh, shrapnel shot right through the church.
Fire for effect. Out.
And we still got that artillery directly on the WW2 center, guys. That's what's important. There we go, guys. Tank is firing on target. Boom. Look at that. Heavy artillery on the center. I hate to have to hit the town like this, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So one major cause for concern, guys. Look what we got over there. There is the AT gun. I don't know how operational it is, but of course, looks like a threat to me. I'm gonna proceed. We got this thing under extremely heavy bombardment at the moment. I don't want that to stop. So let's just keep on shooting. If I can somehow get this MG to just, like, fire up the road, I wonder if that makes a difference. Like, you know, just kind of do one of these. No line of sight. So we're going to try to get this guy up, man. He's done such a great job so far. We're going to push him forward. I think we can even get this machine gun up, too. Start pushing forward. The enemy is dropping artillery on this location, so we got to be careful. Trying to hit our officers, I'm guessing, over there in the tree line. But let's keep going. Plenty of our men still firing, too. And actually, the good news is we're out of sight from that anti-tank gun. So I'm hoping that's going to make a big bit of difference. One's directly on top there. And again, we're continuing with the shrapnel shots there. The enemy is really doing a good job, though, at holding on to the very end. Let's see if we can get a visual on them. There's one! Finally! Knocked one down for sure. It looks like our men have found, of course, some more hiding out over here. They've got some pretty decent range on them, which is great. So what I'm going to try to do, keep on pushing the damn tank up. We've done it so far. I think as long as we just stay out of sight of that damn anti-tank gun, that's what's important. And just kind of continue hunting. It's a little risky, but we'll see how it goes. And let's just keep trying to leapfrog with the rest of the men closer and closer to the Ville. It'd be great if we got some additional infantry reinforcements, but I'm not expecting them, of course. See, being really close to the enemy here is not my cup of tea. Better spot something, lads. Again, without that spotter out of the tank, we can't actually see those guys. The tank's kind of struggling, trying to find an enemy, and I think he spotted them in the building. That's exactly where we want the tank's focus. So we're just going to keep him here for a while and kind of try to keep that building covered in fire. Here we go. We got the guys moving up. Only 3 guys left in that squad. 2 guys, actually. Nope, 3 guys with the assistant. They are badly beat up, of course, and that AT gun is still operational. So they have to have some guys guarding it. Men are opening up. I like to see that. Enemy actually has some men in that building, evidently. Keep it going, boys. Keep it going. All right, reinforcements, guys. It's an M3, which should help us crack the building. I believe this thing is actually carrying some men, if I'm not mistaken. No, just the guys operating it. I don't want to get this too close, to be honest with you. I might actually keep the M3, like, all the way back here. Just test it out first, and then move up this way. Then we'll start hunting. And I am going to push forward as well with this tank. I want to be right up on that damn thing. I'm hoping they don't have a Panzerfaust, but the goal is to just focus fire entirely on that building and anybody that comes out of it. And look at that. We can open up. We are opening up. We're doing it. We'll get a much better view. Of course, now that guy can get shot. Get on that gun, lad. That's it. That's what I want. Not bad, guys. He is actually knocking out all of the enemies back here. Looks like some of the enemies are pinned in this area, but they do have additional defensive positions. That's why I wanted them up here. I want them taking out any enemies here. And look at that. Knocked out the guy right in there, the machine gunner. So I think very soon here we can start pushing forward with the infantry into the Bella Brucia center. I sure hope so. We've got to get in there soon. Let's see if we can get this guy. Just go into that building, just to level 1. Because if we can at least finally say that we're in the town, that's a big, big step. However, we've got potential tanks there. We'll see what happens. We'll hunt forward with him. Machine gunner also has to get a little bit closer, and actually, we'll have the MG guy go for the second floor. Here we go. I know we're doing things quickly, but I think we have to if we want to take an advantageous position here. Get up there, boys. Oh, boy. Holy hell. Instantly just vaporized us from up there. What do they have? It's got to be a tank, guys. I think we just hit it. We just hit it. We've got to watch that again. One of our guys killed the tank, but they killed our tank as well. So it looks like our tank took a penetrating shot. Hold on. From the Puma over here. Actually, no, that had to come from a Panzerfaust. Had to. And then which of our guys got their Puma up here? I think one of these guys over here with a bazooka right through the side of the damn thing. But yeah, they've got another armored vehicle back there, another Puma. This is gonna get vicious. It certainly turned into a bloodbath, I'll tell you that much. Get into the building, get in the building, get in the building. See, we did not even see the enemy there, which was terrifying. I just want the guys to continue into the building at this point. That's the most important thing. See, we might have some Germans in here. Yep, we sure do. Nice. Shoot them, boys. Got one German in there. All the Germans up here are dead. But that includes our men, too. Get them, boys. Light them up. Got a Thompson for a reason. That Panzer Grenadier is the luckiest bastard I have ever seen in my life. Okay, I spoke too soon. He's dead. Good shooting, boys. Of course, now we just have these two units here. They've got that Puma roaming around, which doesn't make me feel any safer. Our guys are trying to smash it, but all they're going to do is hit the weapon mount, and the bullets are going to bounce off like no problem at all. Unless somebody has an anti-tank rifle of some sort, I don't see that thing getting destroyed, to be honest. Try to get into the bottom floor there. I could hope for reinforcements, of course. The same thing with our M3. Our M3 is what killed it. That's what killed it. Oh, man. Unfortunately, that AT gun is still firing. Can't believe we actually got a penetrating hit on the Puma there. I think just a lucky shot, pretty much. Didn't kill anybody inside, but maybe scared the hell out of the crew. Right now, is there anything we can do with the machine gun here? I'm not sure. What we could do is push the officers closer and try to get another strike with the artillery. For that, we're going to have to spot the enemy, of course. And they were taking direct shots with that AT gun. What we desperately need, you guessed it, reinforcements. I don't see how else we can really manipulate the situation. What we could do is start walking towards that AT gun, but again, I doubt that's going to have much of an effect. Nonetheless, that's what we'll do. Hunt maneuver towards the anti-tank gun. And, of course, we've spotted the enemy in the building. There's still plenty of them alive inside, if not all of them. Now it's just kind of a bullet-for-bullet battle. Can pretty much skip past all of that. So the next push would be for the Velebruca Center, which again, I think would be pretty tough. We were going to try to get one more point target right there to try and knock out the Puma. And we don't have much time. I'm going to do heavy, long, 5 minutes. I wish I could call it immediate, but if we call it immediate, guys, we are not going to hit a damn thing. It's just not going to happen. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to start moving my infantry into these buildings. Hopefully make it there. Don't think we necessarily will, but we'll try and do as much damage to the enemy, whether we win or lose. So we're pushing across. MG in that building. One guy down already. We got a lone man, a lone ranger, an actual lone ranger getting into that location. Oh, he's down. What a warrior, though, there at the end, man. We really just expelled all of our men attacking this town. I know I'm going to get smashed by the CM community. You know, I don't play these missions before. Like, I don't go through them and learn what's happening beforehand. I go in it blind and try to have fun whether I win or lose. So that's why I always upload these videos. Not like these strategy gamers that will only upload my wins. I show everything. And this was definitely a bloody massacre. I'd like to think, though, that we did some damage here, and that artillery coming in might still be able to take out the Puma, which I would consider a sort of justice at the end of this fight. Now, is there a chance we still get reinforcements? I don't think so. I think it's getting too close to the end of the battle, but I want to see that artillery, if it does end up coming in. Again, I'm not sure. Is the officer? No, that officer is... nope. There's an officer over there at the edge of the tree line. I think that's the one that called it in. Okay, here we go. Yep, there's the artillery. All right, that's on target. Oh, baby. Oh, direct hit. That's a direct hit. And I see the smoke already, guys. We definitely hit the Puma. Oh, obliterated it. Unfortunately, we also hit the church. Not exactly, a little bit sacrilegious, as it were. But that thing is going up in flames. What a shame that we didn't do that earlier. Again, we live and learn, right? Well, not our men. They don't live. They unfortunately do not live. We can still attempt to push with our machine gunners here and see if we can hold that building. Same with the rest of the officers. I think I might just try it. So essentially what we would do is... oh, okay. I meant to do it. Never mind. Grab every single one of them. Level 1. Level 1. At least the next group of rangers that come through shouldn't have any issues taking this location. Unfortunately, these boys paid the ultimate price. So there we go. Just trying to move them as close as possible there. Only a couple of them made it. The machine gunner and one of the officers, I believe. Well, we still got some enemies in that building. The Villa Bruca Center, it got hit so many times. Even back here, we've got a bunch of strikes. But nonetheless, we've got enemies in there. Try again. Now this, nope, so all of our artillery is knocked out. I was thinking of calling in another strike, but there just wouldn't be enough time. There just wouldn't be enough time. We could do a blind strike, which is pretty much immediate, and just say, hey, these are the coordinates. That all too often results in the artillery going completely off map. So I think we are just gonna hold at this point, hold on to our 2 men at the end, and see what the casualties are like for the enemy. Again, as long as it was, like, fairly severe for the enemy, I'll be happy. It's been a long time since I played some combat mission, and I really wanted to play some combat mission Italy. So that was my goal. All right, he's still alive. But I'm not going to try to charge the building because we know they've got a trooper in there. Like to just accept the situation as is. And what a hell of a fight, nonetheless. So non-ending, do we accept a ceasefire or do we try for a final charge here, right? We might as well, shouldn't we? We might as well go ahead and try for a final charge. I don't think it's even fair. This would be so unfair if we end up winning this on just this run, but I really did want this mission to come to an end and get a casualty count, so we're going to go for it. Oh, instant kill. The final officer of the fight. Is he going to make it in there? You beast. And there we go. It is a major defeat. He did make it in there. German army, 20 men killed, 13 men wounded, 32 okay. 23 okay on our side, 52 men killed, 24 wounded. I'm guessing the okay are just like treated later and triage and they survive without any injury. But nonetheless, what a vicious little fight. Love it. And of course, this is Combat Mission Fortress Italy. We truly had a hell of a battle there. And look at where a lot of the enemy were over here, just kind of hanging out. What did they even have left? They had a decent amount left. They had some infantry in there, at least an officer in there, I should say. Infantry back here. Some in there, and of course some guys overwatching. And the one thing about Combat Mission that I realized is, you know, obviously if you play this mission once, now you know where everything is. Going into it, I would approach it totally differently. See, I didn't even know we had men over here. I was wondering why we had guys that survived, and that's because we had 3 groups there. Could have very well been instrumental in taking that church. We would have been able to move on the Vuka church fairly easily, but look at that. They had another Puma waiting. What a nasty little fight in northwestern Sicily, Italia. Hope you enjoyed, guys. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch some more combat mission videos, definitely let me know that in the comments. I'd love to do some more Fortress Italy, maybe this time as the Axis. Danke. See you next time.